Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Sunday, July 30th. So we are almost to the end of July. Have to say, I am looking forward to cooler weather, autumn temperatures for sure. It has been really hot here the last couple of days. Today is better, and better, I say 85. Like it was near 100 the last 3 days, and that's really hot for this area. Um, First, I want to apologize for the microphone mishap last week. So what happened was there is the microphone that I have, it's wireless. So there is something I plug into the end of my phone where the charger would go that connects to the microphone that I have clipped on my shirt. And I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't regularly charging these items. Well, lesson learned there because that's what happened. And when it went out, I didn't notice. Like there's a tiny, tiny green light in the corner of my phone. I did not notice that that went out. Like when the microphone is not recording, that will go out and that will alert me. So I'll be glancing at that, I'm sure. But everything is charged and we should be good to go. So I hope you guys have all had a good week. I have had a good week for the most part. You know, work has just some challenging days in there, but good weekend and progress on things. So yeah, let's just get into it, right? So questions. I had a question by someone, and I think it was because of how I phrased this in my last video. When I showed the one piece that I did, I said, I love stitching on perforated paper. I don't like linen. So this person came back and commented and said, why do you like stitching on paper so much? You don't like linen. You can use Aida or even weave. And I'm guessing this person maybe hasn't watched a bunch of my videos because, man, have I stitched a lot of things on fabric, right? I love Aida. I love Lugana even weave. The finish I just had with the little house from Primrose Cottage Stitches, that was done on 28 count Lugana. Why do I love stitching on paper? Let me list the ways, right? Number one, it is easily holdable in my hand, meaning I don't need a Q-snap, a hoop, nothing. It's very lightweight. I can hold it right in my hand, so that's nice and easy. Number two, I do not need a light to see the holes. Even on 18 count paper, you can see the holes, at least I can, very, very well. Now, I do wear readers to stitch, but you can see the holes very easily. Number three, it is easy to take with you. When I went to my retreat just a couple weeks ago, I had one small bag that fit in my suitcase. And it's just easy to pop into, and I keep it on a clipboard, but it's easy to just pop into a bag and take with you. Number four, I can use Sulky on it with good coverage. So Sulky, and I don't have a spool right here, but Sulky 12 weight thread is the equivalent, at least in my opinion, of 1.5 strands of DMC. So on 18 count paper, one strand covers beautifully, in my opinion. And also, because the paper has heft to it, like there is some strength to it, I feel like my stitches are more uniform, as in if you are working with a loose, even weave or linen, your stitches cannot be so even. I feel like my stitches are very, very nice and even on paper. And the last reason, at least that I can think of right now, is ease of finishing. And I have a finish, which I will show you. It's very easy to just trim around the paper, put adhesive on the back of it, stick it to something. I don't have to use quilt batting or fold fabric around the back and hot glue this and do that. And no, paper is very, very easy. And I can also color the paper. 18 count paper only comes in white, but I have sprayed it with Ranger Ink Distressed Oxide sprays, and you can color it any way that you want to. People have also used diluted acrylic paint, spray paint. I mean, there are many, many ways to do this. So love paper. It is actually my preferred way to stitch on stuff. I just love it so, so very much. It's unfortunate that it only comes in white because 14 count paper comes in a whole host of colors. And the finish I have was on 14 count paper. But yeah. Okay, and the other question I had was also about perforated paper. Lots of questions about paper. Someone said, are you not concerned that years down the road, the paper will become warped or damaged? No, I don't have any concerns of that. And I looked around my office because that's where 90% of my stitching is. I don't have anything that I've stitched years ago on paper anymore, but the paper is so strong that I think it would take a lot to damage it or warp it. Now, if you had a window open and it was very humid or it got water on it like rain, well, yeah, but just hanging on your wall or in a scrapbook, no. I think it would take a whole lot to damage it. If anyone has done something on perforated paper and it's like years old, comment down below and let me know, like, is it still perfect, right? Okay, movies and TV this week. So I caught up on And Just Like That, which is on Max. It is the reboot of Sex and the City. I love it. I watched the most current episode last night, and Aiden is back, and that's nice to see. They're all still so beautiful. Carrie, I mean, Sarah Jessica Parker, stunning. Just, it's nice. I loved the show when it was on almost 25 years ago now. And it's nice to see them again. So I'm enjoying that very much. And then I watched 2 movies, The Menu, which was on Max also. And my stepdaughter had told me to watch it. Somebody else told me to watch it too, and I just didn't. And then I was looking around on there for something to watch. Like I posted on Instagram, what in the Sam Hill did I watch? Like that. And okay, who is Sam Hill, right? I looked him up because people tend to use his name instead of a cuss word, right? Sam Hill was known for using obscenities very often. So that's where that comes from. So The Menu, I don't even know how to describe it except these people who have paid a lot of money to go to this island to eat at this restaurant. That is like the most basic description. Holy hell, does more happen than that. And yeah, I don't even know. It was entertaining. I'll put it that way. And then I watched a movie on Netflix called Thank You for Your Service. And it was about these 3 friends, these guys who served in Iraq, and they came home, and it was about them dealing with everyday life or not dealing so well with it. And it's based on a true story, which I didn't realize that. I really enjoyed it. Very, very good. Books. I finished a book yesterday, The Quiet Tenant by Clemence Michallon. I had to look up how to pronounce her name because French. And the book is about, it is a father, a daughter, and the woman he has kidnapped. Yeah. And you find out the father is actually a serial killer. And I'm not giving anything away, like it's in the premise of it. And it's funny that the book is called The Quiet Tenant because I felt like this was a very quiet novel. Like it's hard to describe. It kept me reading, but was I dying to read it? Like every meal? No. I actually wanted to finish it though because Riley Sager's new book, The Only One Left, came in at my library, and I have to read that. He is probably my favorite author that's out there besides Frida McFadden and Kirsten Moglen. And I've read every one of his books, and I was waiting for the library to get it, and Jill read it already and said it was really good. So highly looking forward. I've read the first chapter and I'm already like, let's go. Okay, no gifts this week. Purchases. Yes, I definitely have some purchases. Okay, let me just get all of my purchases out here because yikes. Psych. Okay. So I did receive in the mail from Abby, Top Knot Stitcher, Quirky Quaker Pig. Remember I bought the floss from that person on Instagram that stitched it? And I mean, this doesn't even begin. Like, it looks like a completely different pattern. How, I want to say, Stitch All the Stash, something like that on Instagram. This pattern did not catch my eye when I saw this, but seeing that person's conversion, absolutely. I also got in the mail my Queen Bee, Yasmin's Made with Love. Remember, this is like a companion piece to the peacock that I got. I love this one so much. I love the Quaker part at the top and bottom. Love, love, love. And I plan on stitching this on 18 count paper, and I'm going to color the paper orange to kind of make it look like this. This looks more like coral. I'm going to try to emulate it, so stay tuned for that. And then I bought 2 Primrose Cottage Stitches patterns. This one caught my eye. It's called ABBEEC. And I already have like the board I can stitch this, finish this on, because I'm going to stitch it on 18 count paper. Love that so much. And it goes along with all of their other bee patterns, which I have stitched 2 of them. And then they came out with their Snowman 2023, which they're going to start doing a snowman every year, I think. And this is their first one. Now, I tried to get the board that was made for this from More Men Made, and they were already sold out. By the time I woke up, the email had already been like 25 minutes. You got to jump on that stuff. So I'm going to try to finish this a similar way. Don't you love it? A similar way, and I'll have to get my own backing board and figure that out. I'll figure it out. What I was thinking about doing, see, these snowflakes are etched into the wood. I was thinking about getting snowflake stickers, like puffy stickers, and just sticking them down there and one up here. Absolutely love that though. Love snowmen, winter. I love his scarf. Yeah. Love both of those. And then I got in, remember that fairy free pattern from Primitive Hair, Don't Piss Off the Fairies? And I said I didn't want to stitch on her linen. It's beautiful, but it's not my taste as far as the weave. So I ordered a piece of fabric from Fabric Flare, 14 count Aida, and it's called Flower Champagne. Now, this is a pretty big piece of fabric, but I got it in. And I'm going to try to show you accurately. It's not coming across very well, but there is flowers and a little bit of vines. It's very, very light. I'm going to try to probably stitch on this half of it only because I want this showing. And remember, it's a fairy that's done in like shades of pinky brown. And then Don't Piss Off the Fairies is done in green. So that those colors will pop on this fabric. So I am looking forward to doing that. And I love Fabric Flare's fabric. They print it on the fabric. And I got 14 count Aida. So yeah, there was that. Okay, I also purchased the winter 2023 issue of Stony Creek Cross Stitch. They don't have a subscription anymore. You have to get the magazine either from Stony Creek's website or a retailer that has it. And I wanted to show you the patterns that I liked in here because I do really like a lot of their patterns. This one is called Wonderful Life, and I love this one so much. So it says, life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful. I love the flowers, the ladybug, all of that. What a wonderful sentiment, right? Because life is never perfect. Okay, these I loved too. These are Buckets of Cheer Part 2, and they are seasonal ones where you can, it would work on paper so well. Like a candy bucket. I love the snowman. I love the hearts one. There's that one, and then there's that one. I really loved the Valentine one and the winter one. I love how his scarf is done in like, you kind of fray the thread, or you pull thread out. That's really cool. I really like that. And then remember, this was a spring ones or winter, and they have spring patterns. So they had some Easter ornaments, and I want to show you. I gotta come in this way. I really like this one. So cute. And then there's one more. These are so cute. These are Valentine's Day ornaments because, like I said, this was winter 2023, which hasn't even, so this was printed a couple months ago. That's why there's Valentine's and all that. But look at these little ornaments. Aren't they cute? I love the love. I love them. I really like this one though. And the love bug. Very, very cute. I like Stony Creek very, very much. And the last thing, well, no, not the last thing. So if you saw me at the New Jersey retreat, I had a glittery lanyard on that I had actually gotten a couple years ago on the cruise ship to hold my room key. And it had rhinestones all over it, and rhinestones have been falling off consistently for a while. So I was like, I need to get a new one. However, trying to order from Amazon, they were all so short. I like it like down here, you know? I don't want it like choking me. So I wound up going on Etsy and ordering a custom lanyard. So here is the bag it came in, which I'm going to keep it in this bag, I think, for traveling purposes because it is beaded. I ordered it from Kim's Custom Lanyards. There are a bunch of people on Etsy that do custom lanyards. So I will link her store down below, but I'm going to show you. And what I liked about this is you can pick the type of clasp that you have and also the length of it because she makes it as you order it. But look at the different colored beads. I love it so much. So it's almost a piece of jewelry. So let me show you. And it just slips right over my head because see how I love it. And then it has this kind of clasp, which is I think a lobster one. But I love this so much. It's very lightweight. And I'm trying not to rub the microphone with it. I've just really loved the beads, teal and purple, and it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So like I said, I will link her store down below. And this is what I will be using now. That's the only retreat that I use a lanyard. I've thought about when I go to Ocean City, bringing one to hold my room key in. But I always usually take my purse with me when I'm going up to the room anyway. So, but we'll see. But yeah, I love that lanyard very much. She did such a good job on that. Okay, and then, so this weekend I went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's to look for fall Halloween things to put cross stitch on, but really looked at a piece and thought, okay, what would I put on this? Is it possible? Because there are many gorgeous things, but it's not always conducive to finishing cross stitch. So I didn't find anything at Hobby Lobby, but I did find some stuff at Michael's. Michael's had their Halloween and fall stuff 40% off. And then they had a section 70% off, and I got something there. So the first thing I got, I really love this. So this pumpkin will move a little bit, at least the stem will, because what I want to do is be able to cover the words Autumn Blessings. Have this in the background, and of course the pumpkin. Isn't that so cute? I loved that so much. I love the pumpkin is like velvety. Loved that. I figure I could definitely do a piece and cover that, and you could just move this up a little bit to get the paper underneath if you had to. So I got that. And then I got this, and I hemmed and hawed on this because it's kind of heavy, but I think if I put enough 3M picture hangers on the back, I'll be able to hang it. So it says give thanks and eat pie. I will cut this off because no. But I figured stitch something Thanksgiving and leave the give thanks, but cover the rest of it with the paper. I think that would look really good, right? Yeah, I like to see how thick it is. But yeah, I really, really liked that. And then they had a section that was 70% off, and I had to get this, even though to finish something on it, I'm going to have to do some fancy cutting work. But look at this. I figured this is where I would put the piece. I could definitely do something in perforated paper, and I could just make a template and cut it out. I think it would look gorgeous. I loved how you can see through it and the roses and stuff. Absolutely loved that. This was 70% off. And then the last thing I got, I need a mug like I need a hole in the head. We know this, but could not pass this up. So very simple, but on the inside, it says you've been poisoned. So I know that it's not very Christian-like, but I was laughing so hard because the premise obviously is you give someone a cup of coffee, right? And you fill it up past the words. And as they drink, they're going to see that when they get down below it. I thought it was so funny. I loved it so much. Gave me a good laugh. All right, finishes and whips. I have a finish. So at the retreat a couple weeks ago, I was stitching the monthly Mania June from Heart and Hand, which is a dragonfly on 14 count perforated paper. And instead of the word June at the bottom, I put 3 flower buttons. And this is a backing board that I got at Hobby Lobby last year. Can you even? Like, are you kidding me right now? So scrapbook paper, the stitched piece. And then these are just little like dots that are adhesive. It needed something. So I got these at Michael's when I went because I had finished this and then I was like, it needs something in the corner. I love this so much. It turned out so good. Very simple, very cute. Love it. So need to find a place to hang that on the wall. And then I have been working on my I Love You a Latte piece, 18 count perforated paper, 4 colors of sulky, and it is a free pattern from Daily Cross Stitch website. So I'm just going to leave it on the clipboard, but I am almost done. I love it so much. So I still have to do the other half of the X on all of these brown stitches on the inside. And then all I have to do is fill in with the lightest color and I'll be done. I really did a lot of stitching on this the last couple days. Stayed up and watched movies and TV, and I love it so much though. And I'm going to finish this. I already have the paper. I'm going to finish it on, I have a white wood coffee cup like the blue one I did. So I'm going to finish this on that. And yeah, it looks so cute though, doesn't it? I Love You a Latte. Coffee patterns, my complete weakness with cross stitch. Okay, I did do some diamond painting yesterday. Thankfully, I had the time. I hadn't diamond painted all week. So did some diamond painting yesterday. I will flip you around here very soon. You know what? Let's do it now because we have something to discuss. Oh, I need to get my iPad. You know what though? I'm not going to read all the comments. I'm just going to ask you the question. You're going to put down below what you think. I will show you the diamond painting last. So I didn't have any favorites of the week this week. I'm very grateful for everything I have, but nothing really stood out like, ooh, except maybe my the Libby app for books. Love that. But gratitude, Bill, for always making me laugh. That's one of my most favorite things about him is his sense of humor, and he can always make me laugh. And I mean like belly laugh, like really laugh. And then my office, you know, I've been with Bill now for 14 years, going on 15. And I'm grateful to be able to have that room as my office and that I've been able to make it my own. Paint the walls purple, hang all my needlework and my diamond paintings in there. Because I sat down there and was having a cup of coffee the other day and wasn't on my phone, wasn't reading a book, not playing a game, nothing. Just sat and looked, and I said, you know, I can look at a lot of those pieces and remember what was happening in my life at that time that I was doing them. And the only thing I can hope is that the next house that we have, because we do want to move at some point once he retires, that I can do the same thing with whatever room I'm able to have in that house. And I'm confident that I will. Like, it is one of my most favorite rooms besides this one. I'm so very grateful that I have two rooms in our house that I'm able to do my crafting and enjoy my time. Okay, so I saw a post and there was like 500 comments on it. I saw a post on one of the Facebook groups that I belong to for cross stitch where this woman said, I do stamped cross stitch and my friend told me it was cheating by doing it stamped. What? So I read some of the comments and I agreed with most of them because if you're enjoying it, who cares? What? How is it cheating? You're still stitching. You're still stitching. So give me your thoughts down below. What do you feel about stamped? Now, stamped cross stitch is not my thing. I like using the pattern, all of that. But to say it's cheating, no. So, and someone I think also commented and said, well, who's grading you? Right? Like, what? How about we all mind our own business? How about that? Right? Yeah, stay in your own lane. Yeah. Okay. So the last thing, I'm going to flip you around and show you the diamond painting. I got done a section yesterday, and so I'm on the last section of that row, and then I have one more row. And Holly, the owner of Patsy Putty, she plans on opening her store on Monday. I think there's going to be a frenzy for that putty. I absolutely love that putty so much. And she has been going through some stuff this week, so my thoughts are with her and her husband. And I'm going to try to get whatever putty I can. Hopefully I'm in front of my computer when the store opens. I can go click, click, click. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to flip you guys around and take a peek at the diamond painting because it's coming along so good. Okay. So this is the section I finished yesterday. This all in here while listening to Normal Gossip, which I forgot how much I love that podcast. Hadn't listened to it in a long time. So now I am just starting this one. And if you can see, there's a lot of this brown color. So this could go very quickly once I'm able to sit down and do it. And then I just have that last row and I'll be done. This week, if one of my jobs end early, I'm going to try to paint the frame. Bill and I are going to film that video with him helping me do the magnets. So maybe this week, I don't know. But I am so excited to have this done because I already know what I'm going to do for my next one. I will tell you guys that later. It is not a Hannah Lynn. The next one I'm going to do is not a Hannah Lynn. So I hope you guys all have a good upcoming week. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.